just make sure the mic is actually working. Input.
There we go. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning for those of you in, the Orient. This is really early morning, still nighttime. Taiwan, one China policy here on the show. Will be 8 or 9 o'clock there, I think around 10 a.m. there's like 8 here. Yeah. But I'm pleased to announce, welcome to the show. Good to see you again. Pleased to announce that Sneeko was formally raped today, and he didn't like it. So that was a concern, that the punishment was, given his history, sordid history with, sodomy and, very anti-Muslim activities, that he would enjoy his Groiper curse. But luckily, this fucking car alarm outside is like throwing me off. Okay. He is very upset. He's having a hard time dealing with it. He's not sure also how to engagement farm the rape. He's not sure whether that'll be traumatic, bringing up like PTSD, even though he'll get the clicks. He's torn. He's really torn. He's already talking about it. Just like a few hours after the rape. It's crazy. Most people go through therapy, have years of, recovery, mental, awkward, fragile mental states. He's already thinking, props to him, of how to maximize the content in a very tasteful way, like a non-rapey, gay, trans-looking man raped by a frog, something that's a bit more, I don't know, clean, like a 1990s action flick where no one cusses, like Air Force One. Maybe Under Siege 2 Dark Territory. A lot of putting your thumb somewhere in a pressure point, they just fall. Yeah, you like that? A lot of telling a girl, hey, and then she just takes off. Her tits are just magnificent. Tits over time have changed a lot. You got to look at some old Playboys from the 1980s and 70s. It's not fake tits, natural tits. There's a ski slope convexity, teardrop tit that is not as prevalent today. Partly because women are getting their tits overfilled. They're getting implants when they don't need to. This body dysmorphia, women just being insecure and very vain, as their general disposition is. You're losing this great tit that's just so nice. Maybe the girl from the model in Weird Science, I think, had great tits, natural tits, at least at one point. It's this ski slope tit with a lot of volume at the bottom. Teardrop nipples are pointing almost 90 degrees at the ceiling. That type of tit you just don't get anymore. When you see those, I had them. I had a sugar baby who was just vapid, very difficult, no personality, just very obnoxious. Like my friend's wedding I took her to, and she was her plate was a special plate that they ordered with the caterer. It wasn't available, and they had to make it for, and everyone waited to eat because of her. And she had nothing interesting to say. Not a big-titted blonde objectively, but a tall, slender blonde with fantastic tits that had no personality whatsoever. That whatever. But she was fun, but really just in her own world. She once asked me for money like a year later. Oh, after the relationship broke, she kept using my credit card saying it was an accident. Like after I ended it. I was like, okay. It's like bad character. You know, it's like a character flaw, sugar baby character flaw. And then like a while time after that, two years, year and a half, she calls me up out of the blue saying she needs money because her cat had dentistry done. And it like cost her a lot of money and she won't make rent and she's going to be evicted. The story is kind of weird. Like she does care about her cats, but I think she has like a $10,000 Pokemon collection. And she's like, there's not enough time to sell the Pokemons to pay my rent. And I'm like, okay, well, we can go to the Four Seasons. I can tie you to the bed and, you know, we can pick up where we left off. One night only, X amount of dollars, like $3,500, whatever. Kind of egregious, but whatever. It's fun, especially if she doesn't like it. But she was just like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, what the? She wanted a loan. I'm like, you can't afford $3,500. You don't have $3,500. What do I get out of a loan? Also, you're like, because you could tell she's like dating someone. She's reluctant to like have sex again for, you know, remuneration of some kind. So it's like, okay, so your broke boyfriend, she also like bisexual, so maybe broke girlfriend, and you have hatched this scheme to ask your old sugar daddies, and I'm the only one with the most money, I guess, which is weird because I don't know, I'm not that old, but that like ask them for money in like a loan schedule format rather than what you were doing with them in the first place. That's just retarded. And then I was thinking about, like, I think she was thinking about doing the sex thing eventually. She was like, okay, like, are you serious? And I'm like, you know, she was just so much drama. I was like, I'm just not into it. Just leave me alone. She just was like such a disrespectful bitch. I forgot about the credit card thing, and the credit card thing popped in my head. I'm like, fuck this bitch. Like, you offer her help. You tell her what you want. She makes a big deal out of it. Like a week later, she contacts you again. It's like, are you serious? I'm like, it's so much drama. And then I'm like kind of freaked out. Like, I don't really want to deal with this weird person. You know, like, what if you like took a week? You're like, let's do it. And then let's, you know, say he raped you and then let's ask for even more money. I'm like, yeah, hard pass on your broke boyfriend and you scheming to like ruin my life. Hard pass. Dude, that's like the most cucked shit ever. And she just completely unaware of how like bad that is. It's got to be a girl. I hope it's a girl, because that's just like, I feel bad for the guy. You know, it's just like, dude, your girl can't make rent. You can't help her. And she's tricking, kind of, reluctantly. But it has no bearing on you as a human being. Like, you don't have $3,000 to your name to help your girlfriend that you're sleeping with, whose tits are so amazing that people would pay to like squeeze them. And you're getting them for free, and you can't put some aside or take out a loan. Bruh, crazy. Work with your landlord, payment plan, deference, sell your Pokemon collection, kill your cat, remove the equipment, sell it back to the manufacturer of the dental dam or whatever the fuck it was. Probably not that. Jaw implants. What surgery for your cat blew thousands of... Your cat needed mouth surgery? What did it get? Like grills? I don't think she has any money. I'm just like, dude. I once sent her, like, dude, I, you know, sometimes like to test the waters, even though I broke up with her. I sent her this AI video of her like with giant shoes, like plopping back and forth, up and down. And she was like, that's really offensive that you use AI to change my picture. Don't ever contact me again. This is after her like committing credit card fraud against me and me just saying, just please don't do that anymore. And I'm like, then like, you know, however long later, she's like, hey. I'm like, dude. Like, we hate each other. You're person, I can't stand you, but I like this. I like enjoy the sex. I enjoy your tits, really. She's kind of a pillow princess. Oh, also, she loves being tied down. Like, she's into like rope bunny stuff. She's really into that. But she's just not very good at sex. But her body is just, pff. And she's good looking. She looks like like Nicole Kidman before all the plastic surgery, which isn't necessarily the best version of Nicole Kidman, oddly enough, saying that now. But it's like a very innocent. She's not redhead though. She's blonde. But like Days of Thunder, Nicole Kidman ish, but like more Katherine Heigl in her face, I think. I have to poop right now, but I wanna keep going. I just don't know that I can. I had like 8 like Celsius, Monster Rehab, tea lemonade, Monster Energy, Blue Raz. It's bad. I have like a problem with these things. It would be better if I just did cocaine. Curb the appetite. Oh no, it's like I'm fucking Oprah, the yin and yang, up and down. Can't feeding yourself. Some person on Super Chats, Nick, said the other day, like, yeah, hey, maybe you ate so much because you were like that was your addiction, food. It is a thing. There's a weird thing when you have like you get to a point where you could not do anything, like go away for the weekend, and you find like where's the solace? Like, you know, the solace is food. It's in like debauchery, dissipations in the night, sex, and there's an emptiness there. Those things don't fill you up, and you're like, you know what fills you up? God. Okay, but then there's like the wrath of God and like the fear of God and like this judgment to you, which is like antithetical to everything in the world about like making money in business. Like Roy Cohn be like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Roy Cohn was Donald Trump's mentor. So it can't always be like thinking about like how can you be charitable today, or it isn't just that. It's like I think part of your purpose in life from like a religious perspective is not wasting your talent. In a Dostoevsky like sense of like hard labor and enduring great periods of strife, like a work camp for 5 years or 4 years, you know, with like 10-pound chains he had on his wrists for the entire duration. Being grateful regardless of your situation, autoimmune disorder, tons of, you know, people dying close to you, and being a fuck up, being raised by a mother who like was so kept, she like ruined your ability to function as a human being when you got older because she kept your dad away from you. I go into it so fast. It's like you're like an incomplete human being because you came from a really rich family, and then they stole money from you, and then you had to become like your own man, but your mom like taught you to hate your dad, and like so you didn't have a good relationship with men. You had to like figure that shit out. Dude, that's tough. But that's my version of Dostoevsky in the prison camp. You have all these things, you overcome them. You don't let adversity stop you from doing what you're meant to do. You don't let things will just get bad. Like things will be bad. You'll make mistakes. Hopefully you get through them. And it doesn't matter because life takes everything from you. It takes your talent, takes your kids, takes your youth. This world takes everything from you. You're supposed to like do what you're supposed to do, you know? Like no one gives a shit if you do it either. Like you gotta like do something, and you have to. It should usually, if you know you're like doing something you should be doing, it's scary. It's something you don't necessarily want to do all the time, but you're doing it anyway. You should be taking risks. You should be making moves on the street. A guy told me one time, you can't be out there making moves on the street if you can't walk away. Fuck it. I fucked it up. Hold on, let me do it again. This guy told me one time, don't be out there making moves on the street if you can't walk out on it 30 seconds flat. One more. This guy told me one time, don't allow anything in your life, nothing, that you can't walk out on in 30 seconds flat when you feel the heat coming around the corner. And there's something about this guy told me one time, don't be out there making moves on the street. Don't have anything in your life when you're trying to make moves on the street that you can't walk out on. I think there's some entrance there, insert. I'm messing it up, but had this daydream the other day that like I on the elevator with Austin Butler and Leonardo DiCaprio who are in Heat 2, and I say it and like they just like play along with me, and I give them a handshake each, and I leave the elevator. Don't ask for any, just do it, But I call Austin Butler Chris, like Chris Chilrus, Val Kilmer's character from the first one, and I call DiCaprio Vincent. I want to say it's Vincent. No, it's not Vincent. It's Robert De Niro's character. Vincent Hanna is the cop. That's Al Pacino. He is... she's got a great ass! Robert De Niro's character is... Neil McCauley. He's Neil McCauley. It's the only thing that makes sense. I wish that there's a little bit more bass in the voice of DiCaprio. The reason he went all like facial hair thing is I think partially he just wanted to be fat when he got older and still do movies. It helps like square your face off or give you some angles. The other thing is like he just is so boyish that like masculine, like there's a masculine element to that. Again, squaring his face off a little bit. Not that he had a very sharp jaw when he was a kid, but as he got fatter, less angular, smoking, bad, whatever, the boyish thing is not, women don't like it. So they've had to like sexualize him in a different, actually, I'd argue that his sexual like marketplace value is based off of a option contract that keeps getting forwarded into the future, like rolled over, based off of like Titanic and like what's the one, Romeo and Juliet. Like there's this like assumption that is marketed that he's still like really good looking, and he's not an ugly guy. It's just like this group of people that they're like, oh, I want Leonardo DiCaprio to fuck me. It doesn't exist. Like they are referring to Leonardo DiCaprio as teenage girls when they saw Romeo and Juliet with Claire Danes. That's what they're talking about. And it's like, you do wonder, why do they pay Will Smith to be in Finding Nemo or whatever the fuck, the cartoons, and pay him $25 million to be in a fucking cartoon when it's just a voice? Maybe the fish has this like manifestation that's like a black homosexual man from Philly, but he's also like a bumblebee tuna fish or whatever. And, maybe he has like a little like fro thing or something. Dr. Phil, can you bring me some chlorophyll and some fish food? Dr. Phil was gay. Also, the mom changed like midway through the show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, I thought the first mom was really good looking. Like she was like a vibrant black woman, like kind of like the type of woman. It's just like she knows what she's doing. Like that man, that woman will make a man like never go back to snow bunnies ever. Like a prep school white kid will never fuck another white bitch again. Like she can work it. She can do tricks on it. Like in like ways are like majestic. Not sorceress shit, like fucking with like just like, but like just majestic. Just like, wow. That was the best. But yeah, the reason why they hire people like that, like famous people to be in cartoons is because of nicotine and lollipops. It has a subliminal like register of like the voice, and then you watch their movies later on. I think an inversion of that is like selling the sexual marketplace value of someone who's no longer sexualized or possibly sexualized in a normal, marketplace. Like sexualizing Dame Judi Dench now based off how she was when she was younger. Like they did this a lot with Sophia Loren, way past her prime. They've done this with Elizabeth Hurley and stuff where they like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay. You know what I mean? They'll do it with Megan Fox, who's a complete no talent, like whatever. They just do. And it's like, this is your name, and in the movies you're like forever young through the film, and then we sexualize, like there's like this like earn credit of sexual creature, you know? It's kind of like, dude, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I don't know. Where are we right now? I sold SMCI today. I feel like the market's a little scary with like SpaceX IPOing on the 12th, and it's this garbage. It's just garbage, you know? It's like, okay, like there's not a lot of like innovation here. There's like, you know, government contracts. It's not that interesting to me. Like it's a lot of investment for like mining asteroids. When the fuck's that gonna happen? Never. Moon from Mars. It's regressed as a company. Technically, it had a down round. How is that not a private equity down round? You say you're gonna go to the fucking moon and build bases. Actually, we're gonna like visit the moon instead of Mars. Instead of colonizing Mars and bringing atmosphere, you know, through like nuclear reactions and, you know, polarizing it like the Earth. We're just gonna like go to the moon like we did in, you know, the Apollo missions, if we did. Like, you know, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a down round. That is a down round. How is that not a down round? Like, that's all you market is the fucking Mars thing. And now you're like, we're actually gonna go to like Delaware and just rent a townhouse. Like, what the fuck? We're gonna have like a tent in the back, a moon bounce. Like, that's, you know, it's like, how is your valuation still? And it's the point of the reason this happens in private equity is like everyone's incentivized to get to liquidity. The company, the buyers, the sellers, everyone is, because you can't keep doing private equity in the future if you fuck over everybody. The point is like hot potato to the public. That's the exit liquidity. Idiots. And the new NASDAQ rules, the holding periods are not 6 months for private equity holders or like insiders. They like dump in the first, 72 hours or something? Look it up. It's a new rule. It's horrible. When I first read it, I was like, God. And then I read it again. I can't remember exactly what it is. Stay the fuck away. Short the fuck out of that. Maybe not initially. Let it fly up and then short it. It's terrible. But then you have, you know, Warsh coming up, and you're like, okay, all these like previous Fed meetings where there wasn't a cut where there could have been. Now almost certainly there can't be, especially with the war ongoing that's no longer in our like we're clearly not doing anything about it. Israel will have to like nuke Iran, which will just upset the markets anyway. Like there's just nothing to be done. Iran will, like, Israel will have to bring us in again. Like, I don't know. Twin Towers don't exist anymore. I don't know. Maybe they'll cut the power lines, the data lines, fiber optics under the Strait of Hormuz. Blame Iran, kind of like Nord Stream 2. Like, why would Russia destroy their own pipeline? Doesn't make any sense. That was like that was an act of espionage. That was an act of war. I think MI5 did that, or whatever the fuck they're called. Do, 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 when I hold you in my arms. My friend was like, I didn't want to say this, but I think you put on 15 pounds. Right here. It's like, yeah, fuck you. Okay, I work for a living. Working for a living is a great way to just to protect yourself from people calling you fat. I work for a living. If you're a guy that can like pay for shit, you can be fat. But you're going to be looked at like a piece of shit by like just random walkers by until they realize you can pay for shit. And it's almost oppressive to God. Like, it's offensive to God because he gave you this 6'6" body like me. Like I can like be a little out of shape and no one will notice because I'm such a big guy. And yet I still clearly could lose like 10 pounds from your perspective. And it's like, that's so disrespectful to like this, what I've been given. And I can say, oh, you have an autoimmune disorder. You're tired all the time and you're fighting, you're doing all this stuff. And it's like, sometimes you just want to have like a cheesecake, and while your cheesecake is being DoorDashed to you, you want to like Uber Eats McDonald's and then it's not that bad. But what it is like I haven't been doing the fasting days when I overeat, and they're just like compounding from overeating day to like normal food day. And like the quality of food, as long as I shift that, go higher protein, everything will start to come down gradually. And I'm starting to do that. So I'm trying. It's just, then there's always a party. And then like that party is like there's alcohol and there's pizza. And then it leads me to like continue that lifestyle. Not necessarily the alcohol, but like, I don't know. It's like a switch that turns on after I go to a party, and it's like, okay, here's the dinner. Then you get drunk, and then late at night you order cheesesteaks, and then the next day you're exhausted. Like I just want to like continue the thing that made me feel good, cheeseburgers, comfort food, and then like okay, then and it's like, dude, then you get fat, and then your pants don't fit, and your pants say you've got to lose weight. It's like my pants control my fucking life. My life is controlled by slacks. If I was like the Egyptians, I would like make statues of pants. They really do. They control your life. They absolutely control my life. I went to dinner after 6 o'clock wearing shorts recently because I was like, none of my pants fit me. Like that is like I bought some like linen pants that are like size 42 waist, and I like looked at myself in the mirror wearing them, and I wanted to like buy a gun and just call it life. I'm like, how did I let this happen? Because of it's not the amount of food, it's not the volume. You can volume eat salads, you can volume eat bacon, you'll lose weight. It's the quality of food, the too many carbs and fats mixed together, bad, not enough satiation, too much like revving the engine for more sustenance. Just had to adjust the macros. And, today I did a huge salad. Slice of sourdough bread from Sweet Green. Georgetown kids founded Sweet Green. And I just, carried on my way. I just ate it. I was attacked by birds after I was laughing at someone attacked by this bird. He was like walking down the street, and the birds, I guess there's a new nest or something, came down from the trees, attacked this guy, and then he kept like walking back and forth trying to get away, but on the same dude, clearly the birds are crazy. And the bird came down and hit me, and I'm like, oh shit, do I have to get a shot or something? Is it bird flu? Is it mad cow? Like, did I get I don't know, we'll find out. I mean, I have an autoimmune disorder, so if I get sick I'll probably feel better. If I had AIDS I'd feel great probably. It's like, your immune system isn't working. Oh, fuck, I feel great. I just signed up for the Boston Marathon because my B cells are depleted completely. So they're not fucking causing me neural inflammation all the fucking time. My sublime verbal acumen is like back to where it was before I got sick. Strategery. Let's see. You can tell that I'm a decent looking guy if I wasn't fat, right? You can tell. It's sorry. I'm enjoying the fatness, Enjoying the quarter zip. I love the quarter zip. There's this weird thing that's happening with the quarter zips where they know what you're wearing and they don't say anything. Some people don't know the Nick Fuentes stuff. Fuentes.store. Go there, buy your quarter zip. Very great quality. Where's it? Yeah, great quality. Feels great. They think that it's like Jeffrey Epstein shit. That's what they think. They're like, is that the same style as Jeffrey Epstein? Is that the same brand as Jeffrey Epstein had? They don't even know but it's like it looks familiar to them. If they have this negative taste in their mouth and they look at you, they don't know what's wrong. But if they're like, something I don't like about that person, and like if they know, they think it's distasteful. Usually women. I saw this great meme today of like the girl from Obsession who's like, and it's like the look your girl gives you when you tell her that she has to like delete the contact of the guy that raped her like 2 years ago. That is fucking true. That is so fucking true. The same girl, like your girlfriend, that will like send hot pics, and let me tell you, it doesn't matter. This happens. This is not like a you're cucked thing. There are some girls that will, when you're fighting with them, want affirmation and will send like an X, like a picture, to feel good when you're fighting. They won't fuck them or cheat, but they want a guy to affirm them even when they're in the wrong. Women are insane. And I think even normal girls, like really good girls, do this. I know this because I've talked to multiple women about this. Like that, and like it's so fucked up. Like, just own your shit, and like you just like thirst trap to feel good, and like it's a delusion. Like, dude, and you're like in a committed relationship, and you fucked up. And you can say, "Oh, that's just some like hoe." No, a lot of girls do this, and they'll do it in different levels depending on like what hoe level they are. Their hoe tactic is like they don't. Women can't handle responsibility or accountability. They need to feel like empowered that they are impervious to all things related to their own autonomy and their own choices. And when they're like called out, they're like either do that thing in a relationship where they bring up something from the past that you did wrong to balance the equation, or they'll make you feel guilty. They're like, you've said this enough. Like, I'm sorry that I ran over your dog in the driveway that you've had for 6 years before you even met when I was high on OxyContin. But I feel bad enough. Already feel bad. And like it's like now you're critical of them and that's abusive or something. Or they'll just like they'll just seek affirmation from someone else. Again, not in a way that they would never like suck some guy's dick and feel great that they like, made him come and like, oh yes, I'm good now. I can go back to my boyfriend and I feel empowered and I can handle the criticism. It's like I'm gonna send this person a picture of me and like, hey, what do you think of my new haircut or something, or my new I dyed my hair. What do you think? They're like, oh, it's fucking awesome. Like, there's some guy who's just like, oh, he looks great. What are you up to? She's like, oh, I'm just like, living my life. And she's like married with 8 kids, Oh, you look so good. I miss you. Like, where we can hang out when you're back in Philly. Like, yeah, of course, yeah. And she's like been married for 7 years, and like, all right, I have to get back to the dealership. Okay, Billy, bye. And then she like feels confident from that, and she's like texts her husband, I don't think that I did anything wrong. Like that's where they get their power from. It's fucking crazy. Women are crazy, dude. Like, this girl wanted me to go on a road trip with her before I'm moving, and like she wants me to go on a road trip, right? A road trip. And I'm like, I don't really want to go. It's really hot. I don't want to go on a road trip. It's like kind of like D-Class A, and I don't really like it. She's like, it's good for you too. I'm like, I know it's good for me, bitch. I'm not rejecting you. I'm rejecting the context. A hot car, a dog, me paying for a hotel and pretending to like the restaurants and all this shit, coming back to a room where there's scratches on the door. I lose they asked me to pay extra, and I'm going to stay at a nice hotel because I can't stand the heat. It needs to have a pool. It has to be like a nice hotel. I can't handle a road trip going to some shithole. So nice hotel, hot Texas weather. The reason hotels in Texas now cost nothing because no one wants to fucking be here. 100-degree weather road trip to what? To sweat my ass off looking at the sights? Oh my God. Dude, like what is... It's like they take offense. Like you just don't... we always do what you want to do. I'm like, bitch, like... Because I have the money. I have the money. I have the money. Who did you ask me for $500 the other day, and I gave you $500? I'm never gonna get it back. I just give you $500 because I have money. Yeah. You suck my dick. Yeah. No, you suck my dick. I'm nice to you, and that's the relationship. I support you, encourage you to be as successful as you want to be. In your mediocre way that's based off of no work ethic or skills of any kind. But I support you unequivocally. You suck my dick, you do tricks on it, and I pay for everything. And so, yes, I want to watch a certain movie some nights and not have to talk to you during the entire movie about the thing that you like and you've already seen it. You want me to see it, and I just like I can't follow because you keep fucking yapping about it. Or just like, yes, I want to do things on my own time, have my own space. Like I like have things I like to do other than hang out with you. I feel like she's literally like the obsession girl in the closet, like a robot, ready for me to open the door and engage with her again. There's nothing else going on. Human being, not an NPC. Like twiddling her thumbs, like 1 million, 2 1 million. Oh, he texted. Hi, I was just volunteering. Dude, fucking crazy. My chin, someone said that you have I do have a Jeffrey Epstein type face. I have a longer face. I do have a long chin. See that? It is long. When I saw like the top like jawline doctors, I was in the getting like the Brad Pitt implants, Tom Cruise implants. He has implants. Dr. Flowers. There you go. He was like, Dr. Yermachuk wanted to shave this a little bit, and shave here to add the implants on the sides. Bro, dude, it's fucking crazy. I'm like, I'm not, but then what if I have an infection? You have to remove them and my face is fucked up? Yeah, I have a Jay Leno chin, ever so slightly. Yeah, I have a little bit of an Epstein chin. But I'm probably good at taxes. I'm probably, slinging some Hebrew National. I wish, but it's kind of disproportionate being 6'6". I'm just like, it's not quite that. No, but like I think there's an intelligence thing with a long, maybe I have some Jewish power thing I am not engaging in. Like, I don't know, like some Kabbalah networking. I'm just like refusing to do because I like think I don't really like that. Because I'm Catholic, but maybe I am. My 23andMe is wrong. Didn't someone send in like their lizards like saliva and it said it was like 98% Ashkenazi? Maybe like that's fucking weird, dude. The lizard people are fucking Jews. Oh my god! Like the Jews are just so successful because they're like the aliens on this planet. Like their bloodline mixed in is the Jewish bloodline. Like they're the alien DNA. That's why they're so successful. There's like, Mark Andreessen's like the sublime superior human. And they work well with the autistics, like I don't the Lavender program. We're not really familiar with how Israel uses the targeting civilians. I gotta go. I was in that trade. I was in Palantir from 133 to like 147. I'm out. I'm just, again, look at some of the valuations like Micron or like some of the material suppliers, like some of the moves recently. It's just like, okay, whoa. And how much I'm not using AI at the moment. I just think it's not that great. I'm trying to become very frustrated with the agents and all that stuff. I'm just like, I know how to code a little bit. I'm trying to, the autonomy thing. I go back to MCPs and like N8N, like little bots. It's basically that. I really have to poop. I didn't poop my pants. I just really have to poop. I may have to end the show.